Hello everyone and welcome to the show. Today's video should be quite interesting as we take a look at Sancho's video game that has some mystery surrounding both the origin and classification. It also shares a tie to a previous game I reviewed called Force that was also published by Sancho. So stay tuned as we dive into Words Attack. And that is the topic for today's video. Words Attack is an educational spelling shooter game published by Sancho in 1983. Sancho was the games label for Tang's Electronics Corporation that was based in Taipei, Taiwan. Sancho had 7 games in its library that were all licensed from US-based company Panda Computer Games. From this magazine ad, we can see Panda was looking for collaborators to sell their games, and Sancho provided overseas distribution. Of the 7 games in Sancho's library, 2 were not released in the United States and were only published in PAL format, Force and Words Attack. Force was shown in this ad as part of Panda's library, but we don't know much about Words Attack. Words Attack was rediscovered in 2002 and only exists as a single cartridge. No box or manual has been found for it. You might think something as extremely rare as this would be a prototype, yet the cartridge carries a full-color printed label. And look at the art on this label. I'm not sure what's going on here, but it is probably illegal in most states. We can glean some additional but still confusing information looking into the 4K ROM. The game appears to be incomplete because it has over 1K of free space that could be used for a whirlpool. Also, the graphic data for the Home Vision logo has been found inside the ROM, indicating they might have been contracted to do the programming. You might think this is a Home Vision hack, but there does not appear to be any similar games in their library. They do have a spelling game called IQ 180, but the gameplay, screen, and even the character fonts are different. We don't have a manual for gameplay mechanics, but it appears to work as follows. When you first start, you have a title screen with the ABC song playing, and it does play the whole song in its own off-tune, quirky nature. You hit reset to begin. Your ship appears at the bottom, along with the number of lives, the score, and a line for holding 12 letters. You are continually fired upon by 3 invaders on the top row. Rows between you contain letters and objects like fruit, hearts, and creatures. Your shots are steered up the screen by moving your ship left and right. Shooting a letter will make it appear in the space below your ship and is worth a point. You have space for 12 letters here. Adding each additional letter will remove 1 from the left-hand side. Shooting any other object will cause you to lose a life, a point, and will remove the last letter added. Getting hit by the invaders does the same thing except you lose all your points and it restarts to 0. Hitting one of the invaders on the top row earns you a whopping 50 points. I did try completing several very basic words like dog, cat, boy, and girl, but they didn't seem to register. Once you complete your word, you might then have to register it by hitting an object or one of the invaders at the top. But since there were no words in the ROM, I do imagine this aspect was not completed. And that is why this does seem strange. It had a full-color printed label on the cartridge as if it were a completed game. Most all other prototypes were found on the cartridge marked as a loaner or a prototype, and some just had a handwritten sticker. Also being 1983 during the big video game crash, it wouldn't surprise me that Sancho would try to market and sell an incomplete game to recoup some of their expenditures. select and left difficulty switches do not seem to have any effect, but right difficulty enables the two-player mode. In this mode, the second player controls a single invader at the top, where each tries to complete their own words before the other. At least that is what appears to be happening. In conclusion, I wouldn't even recommend this for the novelty. It's an unfinished game, and it feels like it. The Panda, Sancho, and Froggo games were an interesting mix of mystery and conjecture. Click that like button below if you would like me to do a video about it. Well, that's it for today's video. Did you know about or have you ever played any of the Panda or Sancho games? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like and subscribe buttons and hit that bell icon if you want to be notified of upcoming videos. Take care, guys.